Hello everybody, I'm Brother Guillaume, Yam, English teacher. So welcome back to class. Today we are going to talk about the modifiers. The modifiers will be our class lesson today. So what is the modifier? Simply modify means change. And to achieve this lesson, I'm going to use the strategy called seed discussion. Seed discussion. So what does that mean, seed discussion? So basically seed discussion is a strategy who has two parts, and the first part is to assign students a reading, in which reading they will discover some key concepts. And the second part, students have to work in a small group to compare the key concept with one another. Well, now for our lesson, let's begin with this opening activity. Students will have these following sentences. The dictator has total power. The president seems unusually nervous. My brother and I have completely different attitude. So, for these sentences, students will be asked to, first of all, underline the different modifiers in this sentence and which type of modifiers they represent. What I'm expecting for students is first to underline. In this first sentence, we have total. In the second sentence, we have unusually, nervous. And in the last sentence, we have completely and different. And the second part of the activity will be to classify those words underlined in the different type of modifiers. And with this word, we have two types of modifier. The first is adjective. And the second will be adverb. So we need to put S because we have different in those sentences. So for the first one, total will be an adjective. Unusually will be an adverb. Nervous will be an adjective. Completely will be an adverb. And lastly, different will be an adjective. So, after this opening activity, I will provide to students a short paragraph to read individually for 10 minutes. And in this paragraph, each student will have to do the same activity by underlining and putting in the different type of modifier, the modifiers they will encounter in their reading. And after this individual activity, I will put students in a group of 5. And for each group, I will have to assign one student as a leader, another student as a manager, another student as a checker, and one student who will play the role of a communicator. So, students will have to compare their different responses in their group, and at the end, each group will have to report the final result on the board, and that will open a discussion to compare the different responses. So, at the end of this discussion, I will allow time to students to explain how they work in the different group, and if they have any question, they can ask. Before the end of the lesson, I will remember student the role of each type of modifier. So we have adjective and adverb. So the role of adjective is to modify a noun. And if we see this first sentence, we have total, who is an adjective, and total modify power. Also, the adjective can modify a pronoun, but now we don't have a pronoun as an example on these sentences. Secondly, the adverb modifies, as a role, modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Let's see. In this sentence, we have unusually, who is, and which is an adverb. Unusually modify the verb seem, and in the same time modifies the adjective nervous. So this is the role of each modifier. Now, before ending the class, I will give an assignment to the student, and this assignment will be to write a short poem in which they will use different type of modifiers in order to better prove that they really understood the lesson. So now what will be the pros and cons of using this strategy, the seed discussion? The seed discussion strategy encourages students to have a good discussion and an interest for reading. This strategy can enhance critical thinking and oral communication. It will be a concern when the different students assigned as a leader, manager, checker, and communicator, if they are not serious or ineffective in the different role. Thank you so much for watching this video, and for any question, don't hesitate to ask. Bye.